Now, in the form of chart, I am telling you what is a change in quantity demanded and what is change in demand. Change in quantity demanded occurs due to change in price. If price is changed, that is known as movement along a demand curve. Due to change in price, this is known as movement along a demand curve. This movement along a demand curve either downward movement or upward movement. If it is downward movement, that is known as expansion movement due to increase in price, and if it is upward movement, that is known as contraction in demand due to increase in price. This is change in quantity demanded. And change in demand, that is occurs due to change in the factors other than the price. Not price is changed here, and the effect is that is known as shifting in demand curve. This shifting either rightward shifting or leftward shifting. If it is a rightward shifting, that is known as increase in demand. This increase in demand means favorable changes in other factors at the same price. Or leftward shifting means decrease in demand due to unfavorable changes in other factor at the same price. So it is change in demand and change in quantity demanded. We can find out the difference between change in demand or change in quantity demanded or change in demand, movement along a demand curve or shifting of demand curve, extension of demand, increase in demand, contraction of demand, decrease in demand. We can find out the difference in all. Now we have to discuss which are the substitute goods in the complementary goods and how we can show on the diagram. Substitute goods are those goods which can be used in place of one another for the satisfaction of particular goods like tea and coffee. If the price of substitute goods, coffee, increase, then the demand for given commodity like tea will rise as tea will become relatively cheaper in comparison to coffee. Now we will explain substitute goods with a diagram. Price of coffee and the demand of tea is given. On x-axis we will show the price of coffee. Here we will show the quantity of tea. Now, if the price of coffee is this, then we are demanding this much quantity of a tea. If price is P1, then we are demanding Q1 quantity of tea. Now, if the price of substitute goods increase, what will be the effect of demand of tea? Price of coffee is increased. That's why we will take less commodity of coffee. Then we have to substitute in place of coffee. We will buy more of tea. Whenever the price is P2, we will be demanding more of tea. So our curve is upward sloping. In case of substitute goods. In case of complementary goods, now what is the meaning of complementary goods? The complementary goods are those goods which are used together to satisfy the particular want. Let us take one example. If the price of complementary goods, say sugar, increase, then demand for a given commodity like tea will fall as it will be relatively costlier to use both the goods together. Let us see this diagram, price of complementary good sugar. So here we are taking price of sugar and quantity of a tea. Let us take, if the price of sugar is this much, then we are demanding this much quantity of tea. Now, if the price of complementary goods increase, if the price of complementary goods increase, then we are demanding less complementary goods. So we also demand less of tea because both the goods are used together. If the price is high, we are demanding less, and same quantity we are reducing. So when the price is P2, we are demanding less of this commodity. So our demand curve is a downward sloping in case of complementary goods. In case of substitute goods, this curve is a upward sloping. In case of complementary goods, this curve is a downward sloping. Let us see the cross price effect on demand curve. What is the meaning of cross price effect? Cross price effect means effect on the demand for a given commodity due to change in price of related commodity. Here two commodities we are taking. One is a given commodity and second is a related commodity. Given commodity demand is changed due to change in the price of related goods. Here we are talking about the substitute goods and the complementary goods. Change in the price of substitute goods. Change in the price of the substitute goods, it may be increase in the price of substitute goods or it may be decrease in the price of substitute goods. Let us take if increase in the price of substitute goods. We are making a diagram here, a given commodity tea. Here we are write price of tea. Our given commodity is tea and quantity of a tea. Initially at this price we are demanding this much quantity. Now we are saying when the price of substitute goods rise, if the price of substitute goods rise, we are demanding less of substitute goods. It means we are demanding more of. If the price of substitute goods rise, that will be effect to the demand of tea. Now the demand of tea will be increased at a given price. This is the effect of a increase in the price of substitute goods. Now the demand for tea is increased due to increase in price of substitute goods, coffee. So we are shifting rightward if the price of coffee is increased from A to B. Same as decrease in the price of substitute goods. If price of coffee is decreased, what will be the effect on tea? We have to demanding less of tea due to fall in price of substitute goods. Now let us take on OY axis price of tea. Our given commodity is tea and quantity of a tea. At a given price, this is our demand. Now, if the price of substitute goods decrease. This is our initial point. If price of substitute goods are decreased, then we are demanding less of given commodity. So we are demanding less of given commodity. This will be shift to leftward from A to B point. This is our initial demand curve, and leftward shifting demand curve is after the price of substitute goods fall. Now this is our new demand curve. From point A to B, we come to the point from A to B in case of substitute goods. Same as change in price of complementary goods. Increase in the price of complementary goods. When the price of complementary goods, sugar, here complement goods is sugar, rise, the demand for given commodity fall. How? Because complementary goods are used together. Let us take the given commodity tea. Here price of a tea, and here quantity of a tea. Price OX, OY, this is a price and this is our quantity demanded of tea. Now, if the price of complementary goods rise, then we are demanding of less given goods because the demand for both the goods are together. So we come to the point from A to B whenever the price of complementary goods rise. Come to the point from A to B when price of complementary goods decrease in the price of complementary goods. With decrease in the price of complementary goods, demand for given commodity is increased. Let us see. We are taking demand and quantity of a given commodity, the tea. Here we are writing a price of tea in the quantity of a tea. OY and OX axis. Now, if the price of tea is this, P, the quantity demanded for tea is Q. This is our initial point. Now, what will be the effect? With decrease in the price of sugar is decreased, then demand for sugar is increased. If demand for sugar is increased, then demand for tea is also increased. So we will come to the point from A to B due to the change in the price of sugar. Price of sugar is affected to the quantity of a tea. This is our complementary goods. So initially it is DD curve, now it is D1 curve. From point A to B, our demand for tea is increased. So change in the price of substitute goods in the complementary goods is affected to the quantity of given goods. Now our next topic is normal goods and the inferior goods. What will be the effect on normal goods and inferior goods if our income is changed? normal goods means, normal goods refers to those goods whose demand increase with increase in income. When our income is increased, the demand for normal goods is increase. Here we have to show the income, and here we show the quantity. This is our income. We are demanding this much unit. Now, if the demand is increased due to increase in income, when our income is increased, the demand for such commodities increase. So this curve is a upward sloping. This curve is a upward sloping. Due to increase in demand, we are demanding more of normal goods. Now, change in income. How change in income is effective when it is increase or decrease? Let us take in the diagram. Here we have to show the price, and here we have to show the quantity. Why we are showing price and quantity, but we are taking here income? Because demand curves are showing the relationship between the price and quantity demanded. Whenever the price is this, we are demanding this much quantity. This is our A point. Now, increase in income. Increase in income is other factor. Due to the income, the demand is increased. Normal goods. When income is increased, demand is increased, and we come to the point of from A to, this is our initial demand curve, and this is our new demand curve. Because of increase in income, we are demanding more of normal goods. Same as decrease in income. If our income is decreased, then we are shifting to the leftward. Then we are shifting to the leftward like this. Here we are showing the price, and here we are showing the quantity. Price is this, then quantity we are consuming this much. Now income is decreased. What will be the effect on demand? If income is decreased, we are demanding less of normal goods, and we are shifting to the leftward. We are demanding less of normal goods, so we are shifting to the leftward due to decrease in income. This is our B point. This is our new demand curve. Same as inferior goods. Inferior goods refers to those goods whose demand decrease with increase in income. Whenever our income is increased, we are demanding less of inferior goods, because inferior goods are low quality goods. If our income is increased, why we are purchasing the inferior goods? We will take normal goods. So, whenever our income is increased, suppose when income is Y, we are demanding OQ quantity. Now, if income is increased, then we are demanding less. If income is increased, then we are demanding less of inferior goods. So, it is a negatively slope. It It is a negative slope with the income. As income increase, we are demanding less of inferior goods. Now, change in income, how it's affected to the demand. Let us take price and quantity. Price and the quantity. Price, initial price is P and we are demanding Q quantity, OQ quantity. Now, income is increased. Due to increase in income, this is our initial demand. Due to increase in income, we are demanding less of inferior goods. So, we are shifting at the leftward. This is our new demand curve. Now we are purchasing less of inferior goods. Decrease in income, same as decrease in income is also affected. Here we are taking the price and here we are taking the quantity. This is our y axis, this is our x axis. Whenever the price is this, we are demanding this much. This is our initial demand. Now, if income is decreased, we will purchase more of, we are not having any option, so we are purchasing more of quantity of that commodity. So we are shifting to the rightward. This is our initial demand curve. Now we are shifting to the rightward. Why we are shifting rightward? Because our income is decreased. Income is decreased, then we are demanding more of inferior goods. Here we are, income is increased. Here we are demanding less of inferior goods. So we are shifting in case of normal goods or inferior goods. We are shifting leftward and rightward, but here is a difference. Whenever we are shifted to the rightward, in case of normal goods, when income increase, then demand is increased. Income decrease, demand is decreased. But in case of inferior, there is a inverse. When income increase, we are demanding less. When income decrease, we are demanding more. So this is our topic of normal goods and inferior goods, how these are affected to the demand curve. This is our last topic